Hello, hello, dear beautiful people. I am Rex Red, and welcome to my humble Daz 3D channel. I am working on a scene here, and the scene is this is Draco. He's like a sea god, okay? And I just got the rain to work right because the rain was coming down like straight down, and usually you don't think of a um of a rainstorm at sea just coming like pouring straight down. It usually comes at an angle, and so I had to use a different rain product, and this one is called MMX Rain Tool. And it seems to be doing exactly what I want it to do. So that's that. Now I can get rid of this other rain system, which was pretty cool, but it just seemed to only come down. There's probably a way to make the rain go at different angles, but I was having a tough time doing this. And as you can see, this has different light rain, 60% rain. This rain right here is like exactly what I want. I just don't need to do anything with it. Now, in here, now this MMX rain, I'm going to turn this, click this little X. And Sigmund wants to say hi. I got to get the hair out of his eyes. Yes, Sigmund, your hair grows so quick that I don't know. I'm going to have to trim it again. Say hi, Sigmund. Hi! Oh, that was nice, Sigmund. Yes, Sigmund loves to be part of the stream. He sits and watches very, very carefully through his like slightly hairy eyes. So, all right. Today was a good day for me. I went on my 5-mile walk. And I think I did about 7 miles actually today. My watch could tell me. Let's see. Well, it's 16,000 steps, I think. I think that's today. So, yeah, 16,000 steps. Active time, 90 minutes. It was more than that. It was like, because I went to the mall. Active calories. Okay. All right, enough of that. So, okay. Here we are with a my scene here. Now, this is exactly the way I want the rain. Now, the problem I'm having with this scene is there's a couple things. There is, if you see here, really close up there's like a fog in here, in with the, and that is called Snowy Mountain, Doorway Cloud. Cloud portal air doorway. What happens when I turn that off? Yeah, see, then the cloud is gone. And I just want to, you can see it's like a little bit of a mist that's in around here. Like this thing is stirring up the water a little bit. That is the Kraken, okay? And he is stirring up the water. And I'm thinking of changing his, because this is really Neptune's or Poseidon. They use a trident, but this is Dagon, and Dagon is like a sea monster kind of thing, And I think he would look better with a like one that's just a double fork, if I can find one. So this we're gonna have to look for tridents and spears and things like that for Dagon. This one is really cool and all, but I think it's more like for Poseidon or something. And okay, now these mountains here in the back, there's some kind of okay, they are like a forbidden realm, and the people on the boat, they're trying to get to that forbidden realm, and Dagon has called up the Kraken to, and apparently the gods and the rain and the storm and all that, anything to stop them from reaching the forbidden lands. Okay, so that's kind of the story behind this, and I've written like a big long story, not big long, like, you know, a couple paragraphs about this so far. All right, so what we need to do is go into this cloud here and go to this, not opacity, strength, what's it called? It would be here, volume, and something in here is called density multiplier. And we're going to make this like 2 instead of that. And that's just enough, okay? I just didn't want quite that much. I could have lowered it down into the water more, but I just made it a little bit less dense. Okay. Now, I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to take my camera first, and I'm going to go edit and object, and I'm going to lock my camera. It might be locked already, but I'm locking it again just to make sure. Now I'm going to save this as Hidden Lands of Vortium, just in case I ruin it, okay? So we're going to say scene, save scene, Vortium is just something I made up. Hidden Lands of, it sounds authentic, and we're going to call this 1. The Hidden Lands of Vortium 1. Okay, there we go. Saved. All right. So these are the Hidden Lands of Vortium. And I might put some kind of tower in here, or I don't know, maybe back here. Some kind of city. All right. But if you notice our ship, there's like nobody in it. It's empty. Empty ship. Very bad. Okay, very bad for Vortium. So the thing is that I'd like to put a bunch of people in here, people climbing on the ropes, people doing all kinds of stuff here, okay? Somebody on the end with a spear pointing up. If I put a bunch of people there, my scene won't render, okay? It just won't render in the it won't render in it won't render on my graphics card, and it could take like a couple days to render it. And if I'm also going to put some kind of tower in here, let's see, terrain morphs, look at that, that looks pretty cool. Terradome 3, look at that. That looks pretty cool too. So I don't want to ruin this too much, but tower. Let's look. Now look at this tower here. Tower of Priam. These would be nice. Let's try this tower here. And of course it's gigantic. So we're going to go now into texture shaded mode. And we're going to take our Priam tower and go Z way, 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 way back. Beyond the moon, I swear. Okay, now we're going to raise it up like this. And over here. And I think we can go back more. X over Y. Y. All right, let's just stick it there and see if it looks like it becomes part of it. Just so that there's something on there that looks kind of made by, I don't know, maybe the elves or the dwarves. Let's see. A place where people are just forbidden to go to. Now they see that does look like it's right there on top of that. Okay, but let's make it a little larger. Scale. Yes. And okay, let's see. Now it kind of looks like, see, I might need to put some kind of light on it. To make it. All right, well, let's put a light on it. Spotlight. Okay, let's look through the spotlight 4. And let's click on the tower. And let's come down on the tower about like this. Spotlight 4. Let's go up a little more. Back out a little bit more. And I have a feeling this light is going to look like the lightning that's in the sky, like the lightning is lighting the tower. It's over the water, but if I make it just right so that the light doesn't go all the way to the bottom completely, it may still look like it's part of the mountain. Because the mountain in back is like a flat plane. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's time for some... Okay, let's see. I haven't got my earbuds in. I don't know how loud I really am. How loud am I? Well, I don't know. Hello, hello. I guess I'm pretty loud. Oh, it's polka time. Yay. Let's give this light some lumens. Lumens. Let's go with 9. Let's go 9 again. Let's see. Let's pull this out a little bit. Okay, well that was polka time. Polka time. Sigmund loves to polka. He wiggles his little bear behind, and yeah, he is a polka bear. Yeah, he loves to polka. Okay. Now you can kind of see the I think this light could get a little bit brighter. Let's go with some more lumens. Let's do another 9 and see what happens. Okay. Well, when I go that bright, then it kind of looks like it's just hanging there in the sky. So we can't go that right. We can go 2 maybe. Yeah, now it looks like it's still kind of part of. I think I better go a little just to be safe. Like a 1 maybe. Yeah, now you can see the doors going in there. When I was young, I used to see pictures like this, and they used to fascinate me. The most, and when I was young, they were painted pictures. And you know, a picture like that just really fascinates you can like stick in your mind like forever. Just like wow kind of picture. And so that's what I'm aiming at here, is to kind of, now this light, distant light number 2, is it? That's the light on my and I'd like to go out more. I don't know why when I go out it seems like it's going, like it's twisting, but all right, now I'm going to take this light 2. I'm going to make it a little brighter. Okay, we're going to go with a 9 here. Oh, that's really bright. I guess I put an 8-9 there. Okay. And let's go out a little bit more here. And up. All right, because I'm going to have some men like falling in the sky, like that this thing grabbed them off the boat. Yes, now look at that. See? Now that looks better. And I'm going to have to put a light on his spear once I find the right spear. And this blue light that's on the boat. Okay, this is spotlight number 3. Let's give this light a little bit more juice as well, so the boat is lit up some more. Now what happens when I light this one up a little bit more than is that you can tell that the boat isn't really in the water. It's kind of it's really hard to get this boat to look like it's, this is one of the few things that I've kind of cheated on a little bit. See, I want the light to kind of go around because, okay, up, because I want it to, I want this light to show some of this back as well, but if I go too far, then I'm going to end up lighting, making the Kraken blue. Okay, it is actually in the water, I guess. So it doesn't look like it is, but I guess it is. Now, what I'm going to do is something interesting here. Okay, now let's go, let's give this another 2 here and see if we can make this sail look like it sticks out a little more. Okay, now back to the camera. Okay, that. Now you see these lights, they're coming from the sky because the sky has these light patches and dark patches, and so okay, how about if we put this little thing, which isn't very little. Let's take this other one, this pyramid base, and let's take that back. Okay, let's go into texture shaded mode, Z, and let's put this so it doesn't look like it's just got that tower, like it's a complex or maybe a city or something like that. So that it looks more, okay, X goes over this way, and Okay, we're going to go here. And we're going to go Y. Why? Why? All right, we're going to go back a little more. And we're going to go over. And we're going to go up. And then we're going to scale it a little bit. And see what that looks like. Mixed in with our mountain. Okay, camera. So it looks like they're trying to go to a place. Control 0 gets us into all right, let's see what this looks like. I think it's behind. I think it could come up more. So it's a little more obvious. Now it looks like it's floating in the air. See what that looks like. Yeah, see now it looks like it's kind of like a forbidden city. Let's okay. I think I don't want to do too much there. I think that works. So we save this. Now, now this is where the tricky part comes in. Okay, these are billboards. And what a billboard is, let's call now. Let's try now. Now crowd. Okay, a billboard, instead of like a whole person, instead of a person that, you know, with all the geometry and their hair and all their clothes and everything, okay, what a billboard is a flat plane with a person on it, and then everything around them is invisible, so you can see through it. And so I have these Barbarian ones. Let's see, props. Okay, so we're looking for this one first, the Barbarian cheering. Okay, we're going to put him right on the tip of the ship. Now, when I put him in the scene, there he is in the water. And now you can see, edit undo. I didn't want to move the fog. No, I didn't. Let's move the Barbarian up. Okay, let's get him out of the water. Now you can see him there with his... So what we have to do is... somehow I have to move him to the ship. And there's a way to do it. But I'm just going to have to move him back. And this is going to be very difficult placing this guy. And that was ahead. Edit, undo. Undo, translate. Okay. We're going to go into texture shaded mode. And now it's even harder to see him. Control L. Yeah, we can see better this way. Okay, so we're going to go Z until he goes way back. And I might have to resize him and all that stuff, but we're going to put him on that boat because I don't want to make a boat that just has nobody on it, okay? Y translate. Okay, now we're going to go to perspective view and we're going to zoom in on this little fella here. We're going to bring him back towards the end of the boat. And over here. And over there. And over here. Zoom in a little closer. All right, that's okay. Come on. Well, I guess it's... I don't know why these darned things are so tall. What's really cool about these okay, let's try this. There we go. Now he's not quite on the boat, so let's get him on the boat. And over here. And move him up. Okay, let's now I think I scaled this boat, so we're going to scale this boat, him up a little bit. And I think this is going to work. You see the oars, you kind of have to figure the alright, let's see if we can see him way back here from the camera. If not, I might be able to put a little spotlight on him to light him up. Okay, you can kind of see him. Alright, let's do a spotlight. 5. Spotlight 5. Let's select Spotlight 5. And then click on the Barbarian Warrior and get it pointing at him. Alright. And let's just light him up a little bit. Let's see, Spotlight. Give the spotlight a little bit of power. Let's give it a 9 and see what that does. Alright, there he is. Now let's go to our camera. See if we can see him. Sorta, kinda, maybe. Alright, now let's see what these are the only props we've got. I thought we had a guy falling. Oh, those are the, okay, these are the Barbarian ones. So, let's see now. Change angle, okay. Now crowd move away, orient billboard. Okay, all right, let's see. Let's grab another one of these, this guy. And let's put him on the front of the ship. Okay, 9. All right, select this Barbarian guy. They're supposed to be Greeks, but from this far away, you can't really tell. The only thing I don't like, I just don't like the idea of, this is so temperamental. Okay, Z. Go back. Back over here. All right, now go over here, X, translate. Now let's go to our perspective view and select this guy. He's way away from the ship. Okay, and over. Over. Let's go here. And up. Scale him up. All right, and now I have to zoom in on him, see what he's doing. All right, now I think this will work. He's too big. Let's move him up a little more. And out here. Now, let's create a spotlight. 6. Look through spotlight 6. Select the Barbarian. Okay. Spotlight 6. And Let's see, Barbarian, let's move him up a little more. Okay, and we got to give the Spotlight 6 some juice. Let's go to Iray. 9. All right, now he looks like he is looking at the camera. And this is where we can do some cool stuff. Change angle. Okay, let's go here. Change angle. All right, horizontal. Okay. Accept. See how that works. And let's go now to our, I'm going to go back to, okay, go to a perspective view. And let's go over here and see what this guy looks like now. Let's select him and do the angle view again, horizontal. We're going to turn him like this, maybe like that. All right, accept. And now go back to our camera. Now you can see this guy on the ship. Okay, so he looks a little bit too big. Let's go back to our perspective. It's like they're giants. So let's scale him down a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I want them to be seen, but okay. Props. It'd be nice if I could just get them to, there is a way to get them to appear where the camera is. How do we do this? Group, explore, browse, follow, create a custom action. Cancel. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, they're back in the water here, way up in front. Okay, 09. This is going to be kind of tedious. Okay, over. Perspective. Back some more. Over. Perspective. In. Up. Hold them up. Okay, these are billboards. So what they do is they take Daz models and they make them and then they render them into a picture, into all kinds of pictures from different angles. They put this thing to look like their shadow on the ground, and then they They give you this ability to turn them from different angles. They render them in different angles, and they're quite expensive, and you have to wait a really long time to get them on sale, because every one of these they had to put them in these poses and then twist them. They had to find clothing for them, twist them, turn them into these different angles, and then you can't just spin it around because it's a flat plane. So you have to go to the utility, you have to select them, and then you can go these horizontal things, and there you go. See how that works? And like this. And let's see if we can borrow the same spotlight. Perspective number 6. Let's bring this spotlight out and see if we can just light the front of the boat a little better. Like that. I have a blue light on the boat, but these are going to light just the people on the boat. Camera, back to the camera. Save this. Now we got some people on the boat. The people on the boat go round and round. Okay. This is for a contest. And if I win the contest, I get like $1,600, $700 graphics card. So, which I won't win the contest. But if you don't try, then you'll never know, you know? So that's just kind of the way it goes. If you don't try, you gotta try. All right, let's do this one. This is a woman, and bring her over. Go to our perspective view. Center on her. I think she's under the water. Bring her up. Up. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. I can't see where I am. Oop. That was way out. Way out. All right, in here. Over here. We're going to put her over here. And in. And zoom in on her. Okay. All right. Now she's got to go. Scale her up and in. I think that's a her. No, that's not a her. Looked like a her from over there, but it's not a her. Okay. Here. And let's go back to our utility here. Turn her. Okay. And they've got to have a spotlight. Spotlight 7. Spotlight 7. And focus on them. Spotlight 7. Spotlight 7. Okay, let's come down like that. And give that some juice. Go into Iray. Here. 9. Let's go a little brighter. 2. Why not there? You can tell now, spotlight. Okay, go back to the camera. Now you can see people on the boat. Now I think the sail's in the way, so let's go back to perspective. And let's put her and the spotlight together. Group. No. Group. That's the group button, just in case you never seen me use it. You can use that instead of the drop down, create a group. Four with light. Barbarian 4 with light. Now if I move that all over this way, X, I can move them Z. Okay. Z. Now you can see from the camera these people on the ship. And all right, now I think now now we're going to go and we're going to find another set. Now crowd, these are Seven Seas. And as you can see, they have some barbarians. I don't want to use the guns, but look, you can see there's one that's falling. Here we go, prop. And we're going to put them up in here, falling, maybe in here. Okay. Crewman falling. Okay, let's go to bring it up. Bring them up. They're going to have to come up anyway. And over. Z. X. Up. Let's scale them up. All right, see, and I have a bunch of falling ones because I can use them from different angles. So the same dude. All right. Now, another spotlight. See, what this allows me to do is have a bunch of people in a scene, and because they're not the full geometry, because they're not this gigantic geometry, I can have a bunch of them. If they were actual figures that I brought in the scene, I would only be able to have maybe 1 or 2 or 3, and then my computer would complain about the geometry. Let's see, is there another falling one? Yeah, I could use him too, up in here maybe. Let's bring him in too. All right. Sliding down a rope, but he'll still work. Scale him. Okay. All right, now let's go to our perspective view and let's take a look at these guys and see how far they are away from our. We got to move him ahead more. Oh, this is just useless the way this is set up. Okay, over. Okay, let's bring him in here somewhere. At least we know he's up over top here. Now where's the other guy? How far did I get him? Looks like I got, that's him, but no. Crewman falling. Let's zoom out. Where's the other crewman? All right, where are you? Oh, great. Okay. He's pretty close to this whole thing. Let's zoom out now. See how far he is really from all this. Over top. Okay, he's got to go back. Over top. Got to go back here. Now this guy got to come down. Maybe go in here. And this guy. Okay, we're going to have to put some lights on them too. Alright, let's go back to the camera view and see. He's going to come up. Maybe here. And this guy can be made a little bigger, or we're not going to see him. There we go. Let's save this. All right. Now we got to put some lights on them. We're not going to see them. They're just going to be blobs if we don't. 8. Okay. Okay, spotlight 8. It's got to go on this guy. All right, we don't want him going through that. Okay. And our camera, a spotlight, is going to be kind of here. All right. And create a spotlight. Well, let's give this some juice. Cancel. While we're here, let's just give it some lumens. 2.9. All right. And let's do another spotlight. This is 9. Spotlight 9. Crewman falling. Okay. Don't try to do this at home, people. All right, now I think this would be good, like that, just to make sure he's all right. And now our spotlight 9. We're gonna go like this, and we're gonna give that some lumens. 2.9. All right, save this again. Go back to our camera and see what this looks like now in Iray. There's only a few people on the ship because most of the other people have been okay. I think the spotlights are just a little too much on these two guys. Spotlight 8. Let's just do to get rid of the 2. And spotlight 9. You kind of have to look to see him. Kind of picture that you have for years, and then you say, oh my gosh, those are men. Okay, spotlight 9 goes with this guy. So let's group. Okay, crew fall. Light 9. CREW with L9. L9. Okay, so now we can move this all down a little maybe. Okay, this guy, I think we're going to go and take a look at that. Back to here, perspective. This guy. Let's see what happens when we change the I wonder if this might be a better. All right, let's try just changing his perspective. Let's see. All right. Oop, not that spotlight. Back to the camera. All right, I think that's going to be a little better. Save this. Now, let's go to props. Maybe if we stand one of them here. Okay, let's go back to I only have so many of these now crowd billboards. I mean, each one has 10 or 20 of them, but they're expensive unless you get them on sale. And let's use this one. Let's put him right on that one, right there. Like he's gonna fight him really good. Okay, perspective here, up. Let's move him back. Back. Okay. 9. Okay. I've put a lot of work into this picture. The ocean was really hard to get right. And that looks like part of the sand bottom coming through, actually. The ground, there's actually a sand bottom under the ocean, which I don't think I really needed to put there, but that's a sand bottom coming through. So sometimes when the ocean has waves in it that are so high that the bottom does actually, the swell can make the bottom. Okay, at least we got him in the right place. Now let's bring him up. I'm not sure which one of these I want him on. This one down here. Scale him up now. Okay, a little more. And bring him up. This is going to be light number 10. He's going to be kind of triumphant. From the camera view, okay. Okay, now spotlight 10. Spotlight 10. Select it. Have it point at the Barbarian guy here. Let's bring him up just a little bit. And over maybe. This way. And I wonder if he might be better at a different angle. Maybe from behind. Okay. And these are really well done. Now, see, you can't spin the picture. That's one thing you just can't do. You can't just spin it and suddenly he'll be looking, because then he's just not going to look. It's like looking at a piece of glass sideways. You know, you don't even see it because it's you have to have it flat on, you know, in order to see it. So the only way to do this is to have different renders where they rendered a different picture, and then they cut him out and they cut all this out and leave all of the other parts invisible. So when you use this program, you can set the angle, which means they have to render all these different angles. But what it enables you to do is bring all these figures into your scene and not have them take up a million gigs of data. So, okay, now our spotlight is right here. It's still on him. Let's bring it kind of like this down on him. Okay, maybe so we can see a lot of him. Okay, and now we're gonna, since that's far away, we're gonna have to make this pretty strong. So let's go 1, 9. See if that works. Okay, now let's go back to our camera view. Save. Let's see what this looks like in Iray. That works. Yeah, it looks like this men are being kind of torn by this guy on the front. Okay, where's the spotlight for the front? 4. No, okay. Okay, that's on both of them. We've got to take and bring this one up. They're not showing at all. 9. Okay, there we go. Now they're showing some. Save this. Okay, let's bring that down to 4. Okay, just so it's not. This spotlight here on the number 10, we're going to give that even a little more. We're going to go 4. We want him to stand out. Save this. All right. And I need a little bit of a spotlight on that. Spotlight 11, pyramid base. So let's go for it. Okay, there's the pyramid base. Okay, we just want it to show a little bit. Okay, and let's give this, let's come up. This isn't this is a 3D object, so this isn't, you know, like a flat plane kind of thing. So we can kind of make use of the 3D part of it. We're going to have the lightning bolt coming down at it. All right, now we're going to give it some, illuminate it. 9. Let's go 2, 9. And let's go out a little more so that it gets the front. A little bit. All right, now let's go to our perspective view. Now let's go to our camera view. See, now you can see that a little bit. Just a little bit. Save this. Just a tiny bit of. Now what I could do is put a light inside of it. I just don't know what color I would make it. What color I would make the light. Now this blue on the sail, that's which spotlight? The distant light is off, is gone. Spotlight 1. Which one is blue? That's it. Let's make that a little bit lighter blue. Where is it? Yeah. See, then it matches the ocean a little better. All right. I'm seeing it now. This trident. We're going to hide the trident. And we're going to look for a spear. S-P-A-R. S-P. Spears. Look at these. Whoa. See, I think these will work better than the trident. Poses. Right hand male. Okay, let's try it. This is the Genesis prop. Well, that didn't work. It's here, but it didn't work. Okay. Can we move it where we want it? That's the question. 9. Up. Well, it looks like a spear. Oh yeah, that's a spear, all right. Let's scale it up. Okay. Let's get rid of the trident. It's in the way. This is a better spear. Okay, let's materials. We have some different materials here as well. We can make it gold. All right, let's see what it looks like in Iray. All right, it's better. It's a better spear than. Let's see what the silver one looks like. There's no light on the spear, so I've got to put a light on the spear. Another spotlight. I've never had to put so many spotlights in a scene before. Camera, spotlight, spear. Where's the spear? Ta-da. Okay. Alright, it would help if the spear was actually in his hand. Let's do that first. Over. There. And now I'm moving the spotlight. Let's select spotlight 12. Now you can see some of the texture of the spear. Some of it. But let's go here. And let's make this a 9. Okay. And let's point it down the spear. Alright, let's see what that looks like in the camera. Okay, this spear has got to come down. There we go. Yes. I think that's it. Now let's try some other colors on the sphere. Light gem. It's got a light gem in it. Let's go with the gold. And that turned the light gem off. I think I like the copper one better. steel. I think the copper fits in better with the, I don't know though, it's a little distracting. The gold one is kind of nice, and then we put the light gem on. And the light gem is a little bit strong on my rain thing. I can't use the light gem. Okay. I think my spear spotlight's a little too bright. It's too distracting, like it's the main thing in the scene too. Yeah, and you want him to stand out more. These guys, you can't really see them that much, but when this renders and everything becomes clear and sharp, I think we'll be able to see them. Okay. I've got to go and take a look at this Barbarian. See if I just put him into the clouds. No, that's not the Barbarian. Not him. This one. I mean, did I just stick him into the sail? I want to make sure he's still on the ship and all. Not quite. Back here. He can come back some more, yeah. In. All right. Texture. Okay, back to camera. Save. Okay, now I'd like to light him up a little bit better. I think the light that I've got on him, spotlight 2, spotlight. Let's see, the one that just says spotlight. That's his spotlight. We're going to pull this spotlight back down, out like this. And we're going to bring it around back a little more. I was trying to get his face, but I couldn't seem to do it. Well, that's not going to work. It comes, okay, there we go. That lit him up more. Okay, from the camera. Now, because he's kind of the main figure. And let's brighten that spotlight a little more. Make him pop right out. 9, 3. Okay. Now I think I have a fog here. Ocean Works. Seabed, Dagon. Great Kraken boat. Vortex volume is around him. What happens if I turn that off? Doesn't seem to be. That's the one around him. Okay, the vortex volume. Where is that? That's... When I turn that off, it just kind of like goes away. Doesn't even show anything. Fog. Fog. I think that's what I'm seeing here. Is this fog? It is. No, it's not. Let's get rid of the fog. Okay, that did. VM vortex is the there's a vortex behind them. You see that swirly thing there? And there's another vortex over here somewhere. Swirly. Just gives it a kind of swirl. He kind of looks like he's part jellyfish. Now this light 12, spotlight 12 could be a little bit brighter on the, let's go 4. Yeah, on this, just to make that pop out a little more. I'm wondering if I light up this whole area here. What if I gave them like some kind of God rays? But it would just kind of, if I give him God rays and they come down, like it's gonna block all of this. I don't really want to do that. Now the spotlight 10, I want him brighter. 9, 5. Yeah. Okay. Let's go a little bit. Let's warm that one up a little bit. Spotlight 10. Let's bring the temperature down a little bit on that. Yeah, so it's a little warmer. Let's do that with some of these other ones too. Spotlight 4, 5. Let's bring that, just warm them up a little bit. They're just too white. 6. And 7. Let's see. Here. Spotlight 7. Okay, 8. Those ones seem fine. And crew fall. That one seems fine. And 10 is on this. Those are fine too because of the lightning is kind of white. They could actually be even more blue. 10, 11 could go, these could go actually in the more blue range. This way more. It's 12. Six, 5, 4. That's the one there, blue. Make that one a little more blue too. Yeah, because of the lightning. Save that. And I'm wondering if I take this spotlight here, this big one, camera, spotlight, and just bring it out and just kind of light this whole area, this whole staging. Oh, I can't. Well, maybe I still can. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I can because that particular is behind the camera. So, all right, back to this light, spotlight. All right, we're going to bring it like here and more like this. And light the whole staging area here. Okay, now we go back to the camera. I still want it more on him though. Back to spotlight. Camera. Yeah. Now what can I do to I could make him give the spotlight a color. I could make it either bluish. Let's see what happens. We go in the blue range. That's kind of cold. When I warm it up a little bit, go in the red range again. That's kind of nice. Look how what it's doing to the rain here. It's making the rain kind of red as well. Can't make it too red. I don't think I can bring it out, the light out here, because it's hitting this spotlight. Gotta turn it more like this. Camera. Still hitting that. Spotlight. Gotta make it more localized. Camera. I have been broadcasting for an hour and a half. Now it's getting worse. I think this spear is too big. Scale it down. It's just, and I wonder which light it is that's doing that to my rain. It could be the spear light. Let's see what we got with the spotlight 12 is the spear light. Pink. Okay, let's okay, now let's go back to the camera. I kind of like that better. My fog, my rain is catching the light too much. Spotlight. Gotta come in closer until I'm past that. There. How about if we come in like this? Because these are horizontal planes. I come in like this, just straight across. That's what happened is I moved it from pointing towards his face. Spotlight. Where is it? Spotlight. Okay. Okay. Now go to my camera view. Okay, now my rain looks right. It looks blue, like blue rain. That's what I wanted it to be, blue. This now can come up higher. See, it lights his tail, and you can see the little, like, suction cups on his tail. Okay, now I think I can make that warmer. That's light, spotlight. This one is spotlight. We can take that and make it a little warmer. Okay, and a little bit less intense. Okay, I think we got something happening here now. This light that's on them, this is spotlight. 9, is it? No, 8, 7, 6. Let's take that one down a little bit more. Let's go to 2. Save this. Alright, now the spotlight that's on Dagon's sword. Is that 12? 11. 11, I think it is. No, that's 11. 10, maybe? No, this one I'd like to bring in more. It's straight across. So it's kind of right on him. From the camera. Yeah, now he stands right out. All right, now and then the light that's on the sword, which one was that? Is that 12? Yeah, that's the 12. All right, that's right, not on the sword. I think I like it from an angle at the sword instead of right on it. So it just lights the edge. Save this. Now this rain, that's not it. Snowy mountain, lightning. This was okay. Rain. What happens if we texture shaded here? What happens if we bring the rain towards our camera more? Okay, it gets finer when we move it away. So we want to get it so it's just right. Let's see what this looks like in Iray. I can't move it too far away. Okay, we got to move it closer. All right, Z, it's too much when it's like way like that. Let's try this. I want it to look as realistic as possible. Okay, all right, how do I go there? We turn this on, get rid of the spear, and see if we can find materials. There it is. That's light rain, RT, right. Those are degrees, poses, random rain. Okay, these are the size of the rain. I'd like to make it just a little bit. Okay, we're going to save it. Let's just try. That made it a little stronger. I like that even better. Okay, that's really nice. Now what I could do is just bring that rain a little closer to the camera and make it a little more intense. Okay. This is nice. Yes. See, now it's kind of like drawing across him. Just the right amount. That will rectify very nicely. Okay, thinking Dagon might need to be a little bigger. Scale him up. Now when the light, okay, there's a problem with making him all red like that because he loses some of his color. Let's just scale him up a little more. And let's see now what that looks like. I want him to kind of be big, like a giant, a titan. And now what we do is we take this light that's on him, we just take a little bit of the red off. That's his, our first spotlight. We're going to just take and bring the temperature up a little bit so he's not quite, so he has a little more color to him, but he's going to be red, but a little bit more red. Yeah, just to give him some greens and other colors, and so he's not just bathed in kind of red. Now my light number 12, is that it's like that light's not even on. All right, we're going to bring this up towards the blade a little more. Okay, camera. All right, we're going to brighten that a little bit. 9. There we go. That's really bright. 2. Still a little too bright. We'll go 1. 1. Oh, oh. All right. Let's rotate that. 9. Let's see what we got in Iray. Okay, that works. I think I used the copper color on that. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Materials. Okay, I think the copper color is working better now in this particular case. And I think I'm going to give... Alright, let's go back and look at this through 12. I don't know why this isn't light. Oh, maybe it's too much of an angle now. camera. All right, let's give that. That's really lighting. Okay, what I can do is I'm going to go 1. What I can do is I can brighten that up. 1 will go 1 here. I can take that spear here. Let's go to brightness, this thing called brightness. Brightness, all products, turn that off. Go here and open this utility, this brightness manager. And I can just make the spear itself brighter, I think. Which that didn't work. All right. Restore. That just didn't do anything. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, cancel. Let's go to the surface. Okay, material, PBR, glossy color, base color, overlay weight, gem blade, I brought the blade up as, okay, let's just give it now, try giving it some more light here with our okay, spotlight 12. Why isn't this lighting it? Okay, that's lighting it. From the camera. But it still doesn't look like it's lighting it here. What in the heck? You know, I might be able to give that, okay. Well, that lit it. Okay. I think that's a little too much now, but let's go down to 3. Yeah, that's enough. We don't want it to stand right out, but notice how the shadow now on the water. I'm not sure that I wanted that. But I guess we're stuck with it. Well, not really. If I move my light, but it's pointing right at the boat. It's kind of cool. I think that will work. I wonder what happened if I take this boat and just give it a little bit more scale. Why translate? Let's go there. See what happened with our figures. They're okay. What in that? Okay. I guess they're okay. Okay. Now this little light in the back here, that's the rudder. Might be a little bit strong. Perspective. That's the wrong light. 5. That 5 is a little bit strong, I think. Just, I don't know. Let's just bump it down a tiny bit. 8. That one's a 9 too, I think. Let's bump that down to 1. I pull these out a little bit, and I can brighten a wider area of the boat. Yeah. This one the same thing. 2. That's a little too much. That's a little too much. 5, 3. Let's go 2, 1. Let's go 2. Three. Okay. And this light here is which one? 7, 8. Okay, 5, 6. Oh, there it is. Let's give them just a little more light too, I guess. I didn't like it at first, but the sail's bigger now. Let's go to 6. Let's warm this up a little so that it move it over this way. All right, I don't dare too much here. It's like the there's like a moon or something shining in to this. Now Dagon has another tail here. And 8, 9. Let's see what that looks like. It's not really showing up in the light. Well, let's see what that looks like. Well, it blocks his other claw. There we go. Okay, that kind of works. Wow, that gives us a little bit more of Dagon. All right. I guess that's about as done. This guy seems like he's a little tall. Scale that down a little bit. All right. Let's do a render. We're going to go render settings, general. Let's, okay, we're going to go to our maximum samples. Okay, maximum time. That's all right. Filtering. Wonder what bloom looks like. No, can't. That makes my spotlight stand out. Well, I guess maybe it makes the lightning pop out. Let's give it a quick render. See what it looks like. Yes, yes, yes. All right, look at that. They look like they're actually in the mountain. The rain really helps. Kinda. All right, look at the detail in his. Okay. That's with the bloom on. You can see it kind of like glows a little bit. And the bloom on the lightning up here. It makes the lightning bloom. Kind of makes the lightning look a little bit, I don't know. It does give everything a kind of glow. The light makes things glow a little more. This stuff's going to take a while for for all these little specks to rectify in here. We're at 89. Take a few hours, an hour or so. But now there are people here. Most of the crew's drowned. But this guy, he's going to drive that sword right into the heart of the Kraken. We have Dagon here. A lot of people don't know that there's this constellation called Dagon, and it's a dragon, it's a serpent that's in the sky, and Dagon used to be like right in the center of like the zodiac. You know, thousands of years ago, Dagon was in the center, and Dagon is moved out of the center. And so Dagon was pretty much worshipped like as God, because he was in the center of the zodiac. He was like the and also the constellation of Dagon. I believe, I'm not absolutely sure about this, but I believe it's like really old and very large objects in the sky. It's like an abyss, like of constellations that go into these massive objects. I might be wrong about some of this stuff, but I'm not wrong that Dagon used to be like in the center of everything. It was Dagon was, and it moved over over thousands of years. It moved from the center of like everything, of the whole, of what they all reckon as the center of like the Milky Way or the galaxy, or something like that, or it was at the center. And so Dagon was worshipped as the greatest deity. And you have all the stuff about the snake in the Garden of Eden, and all of that. And that's really what that has to do with, is God and the serpent fighting over the central position in worship. And you know, they had to create a story to take the dragon and take it out of popularity and all. So this looks pretty cool here too. This looks like a Dagon thing. It looks better to me. It looks better than the Trident, because the Trident is like Neptune, and it would just be confusing. And this is a little bit more nondescript, and it looks also kind of like roughly hewn. This stuff looks good now. This looks like it's kind of floating a little bit, but not really. Maybe it's like supposed to. I don't know. It looks like it's okay. This part looks a little weird. No, I don't think I can do much with Photoshop, because maybe I could do something to make it looks like, or I could just move it back a little bit more, and then I think I'm going to leave it. So I think it looks fine. I think somebody would really have to, well, okay. We might as well fix it. So see these mountains are another like flat image. So I can only move it back so far. But it might be better off behind the mountain than actually looking like it's floating there. So, okay. Everything else here is ready, I think, to render. So it's this right here. It's got to go back. Okay, texture, shaded. Let's see how far back we can go before. Okay, now we can go over a little more. Back some more. Now we're at least equal with the... Okay, now I'm stuck. What is that? Why? Okay, that's my lightning. All right, we got to go back to... Where is it? Pier Tower. This over and up. Scale it. Up. See, the more I scale this, there's kind of a problem with this whole pyramid thing here, because okay, that looks good. Now the spotlight, that's the spotlight on the pyramid. Nice. So it's spotlight 4, I think, and it's not even near the pyramid. Okay, point at the pyramid. Okay, there's a kind of a perspective, like a Grandma Moses little problem with this whole scene here. And what it is and I didn't say anything about it, but from the camera view, when you look at this, okay, these are supposed to be really far away, and they're supposed to be very large structures. But if you notice the little doorways in them, they're really, really tall, which kind of makes it seem like they would be really small if a human walked through them. And so you just kind of have to, and these doorways have the same problem. They're supposed to be little teeny tiny doorways, okay? But they're gigantic. And so you just have to kind of figure that maybe they're for titans, these gigantic, monstrous gods walk through them. All right, that's probably the best. Now that looks like it's right part of the mountain, even though it's not. I believe these mountains oh no, they're not. They're not a picture. They are actually 3D mountains. So you can see that they actually have contour. So I thought they were, well, yeah, they do have some kind of contour going on. I'm not, yeah, they are 3D mountains. Let's see. Snowy mountains. Let's take a look at them and see what they look like. Yeah, they actually are 3D contoured mountains. So, where is my... There is my little... And there is the lightning. We did get that on the mountain, though. It had to be. So this, you can't really tell that it's like way ahead of it. And the lightning is not even close to where probably it's supposed to be. It's over the water. But, wow. It looks like, okay, I'm going to turn this bloom off because I don't like what it does to the lightning. But you know, it's all working. It all works. It looks like that's coming through. And you know what? When you see this, you're actually seeing under the plane, but it still looks like rock for some. It looks like a sheared off kind of ledge. It's kind of working. It all works. So I'm going to leave it that. At least it doesn't look like that. That would really look like it was just floating in the air. And everything else looks like it's actually part of this. This doesn't look like it's floating. So, all right. I turned off that. Let's save this again. Now let's give this another render. I think this is going to be probably the last render. I can't imagine there's anything else in here that I'm going to need to stop it for. You can actually see the people on the boat now, and all of this. The rain looks good. It's gonna get very fine, and you're not going to see all these little dots. The rain is going to be perfect. These guys are all, this is all these dots are going to go away. The lightning looks beautiful. It comes right out of the top of the screen, and this kind of looks like the lightning is lighting this. Now this does look like it's floating in the air. Now I don't think I have to do anything with the lightning, but I do have to take and move that back. It's just not, I didn't realize that. I thought these mountains were actually, and this right here, like I said, it's like a mountain. You can see under the rock, under it. You can't really tell. It's too bad because it would have been much nicer if. But I kind of like the way this mountain is here, and I don't dare do anything with that. But I can pull this back more. Texture, perspective view. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's move that back. And I have a light that's on that too, so I'll have to move that. But let's move it right into the... It's going to need to be resized more. Okay, and over more. Oops, I lost it. Can I get it again? Where is it? Right in there. That's it. Now it's actually in there. Now let's go to our camera view and scale that up. I just don't want people to see the flaws here. Okay, and this has got to come out now. Okay. Perspective view, take me down there a little closer. Okay. Here. And that looks good. But does it look good? In the scale it. No, now we got to take my camera, my light. Which light was it? Okay, let's see which light is pointing at nothing. That's 10, 9, 8, back here. 6, 5, 3. Okay, it's got to be 4. No. 2. No. 5. All right. 10. 11. Okay, that's the one that's not pointing at anything. That's got to point at my Pira base. Okay. All right. These are like emulating the lightning. All right, now let's give this a little bit more. No, which light is it? 11? 11. Let's go to 8. I think that's enough. Let's see. Gotta go over more. And up more. I'm going to scale that more. Why don't we just Y scale it? Just make it a little taller. I'm going to have something gothic kind of. Now, scale it down. Let's see what's here. Perspective. Let's rotate it a little bit. Why? It really looked better the other way, but camera. Rotate it a little more. Okay. All right, this light here, don't think I can get it. Okay, that's number 4. Okay, I want this to light up a little more. That's just sitting precariously on that little mountain. At least from the looks of that. It's barely working. So, but it seems to be there. Now, okay, this has got to be a little smaller. See, because if they're too big, then they make the mountains look like they're little hills. I just want them enough, and if I put enough light on them, you can see they're there. Scale that down. Scale that down. Bring it down. All right, save this. Yes, those are the forbidden realms. That's the worst thing you can do is leave something floating in the air, because people who look at your art that do 3D art, they can see it. Most people can't, but anybody who does 3D art can see that something's just floating in the air. Because their eyes are trained to see it. Because we look at it, everything from every single angle to make sure that it's not floating in the air, that it's not an illusion. And that's what we do. And like this lightning, there's no reason why it's got to be here. It should actually be there. Let's see about this lightning. Perspective view, lightning. Okay, what if we pull this lightning back and scale it up? Actually put it where it's supposed to be. Nobody can really tell, but if I actually put the lightning where it's supposed to be, it might actually light up this area the way it's supposed to, light up the mountains a little bit. It is actually a light. And hopefully I didn't just ruin it. But because that looked really realistic. The lightning looked really good. But let's see if we can make it look better by putting it kind of where it's supposed to be. Now it's supposed to be somewhere up in here. Now let's go back to our camera view. Okay, well, you can see it there. Now we just got to scale it up. See if it still responds and reacts in the same way to the scene. It may actually. Okay. Let's try 9. Okay, it looks right now. It's in the right place, though. Let's go 1, 9. Okay, let's go 1, 0. 0, 0, 0. 1000. It still looks right. It's just in the right place, though, now. Now, we're going to go 1, 9. Okay, 1, 5. No, 1, 2. There we go. I think I want it a little bigger. Where's the lightning? 1, 4. Let's bring it down. How about over a little bit? Maybe this way. Just see what that does. Up. I want it to start out of the scene. Okay. There we go. Let's bend this up a little bit. Now it's edit undo. I don't want it to interfere too much with the reflection of the spear. Now I think Dagon could be a little brighter. Okay, so now we have the lightning in the right place. Maybe a little bit over this way more. Okay, we have, let's brighten Dagon up a little bit more. He's our main focus, and he's the one that just says spotlight, I think. Let's see, spotlight. Yeah, that's Dagon. Let's bring this more on Dagon. Okay. Now we can give this a little bit more light. Four. Five. I think that's better. Gives it more of a contrast between the back. Okay, that's all right. I think this works. Now, I think we could make the lights on these towers a little bit brighter. Those are almost like impossible to isolate. Which one was it again? 12, 11. Let's see, which one's 11? Okay, that's one of them. This has got to come over here more and be a little brighter. They have to be white lights because of the lightning. I can't like soften them and make them a little bit yellowish. We got to go 2. Yeah, let's see what happens when we kind of really give that a little bit of. And the same with, oh. I was thinking of putting something inside and having it illuminate out, but then that just makes the large size doors a little bit more obvious. And okay, spotlight. Now where's the other one? That's the spotlight. Okay, all right, let's see where that's the spotlight for the pyramid. Let's put that in with the pyramid. Let's see. Pyramid base. All right. The pyramid tower has its own spotlight too, I believe. That's 4. Yes. Let's bring this like this. What the heck did I just do? That is a touchy little spotlight. All right. Not sure why, but we got to zoom out a little better. Okay, I just thought of something. All right, edit undo. I'm moving the screen as if I've got my all right. Now from the camera, they're lit up more. Good. Make that a little shorter. Okay. Okay. Where's the pyramid base? That one. That's the tower. The pyramid base is a little bit too bright. Let's go to 1. All right, 1, 6. That's a little better. Move this over this way a little more. Now that's way over too much. Okay, that's better. Maybe a little more this way. Everything's got to be just in the right place, okay? That's the way the engineers do it. They do it just in the right place. I'm having trouble doing that. Okay. Okay. Now let's give this a render. So this has been 2 hours and 30. It seems like a lot longer, like 4 hours, but okay, now that looks okay. Even though you're seeing inside, it just looks like a sheer mountain, flat mountain, like, You can't tell. Even a good eye can't tell that that's... It would take a psychic to know that that's an actual cave. So what I could do is bring the water up high, but that's not going to work. Just got to leave it there. Okay. This looks good. Okay. Looks like an entrance maybe down into something. This is all going to render well, and they're going to be the back of the guy. He looks like he's falling. He definitely looks like he's falling. Okay, I think I've got these guys in the wrong place. This guy, this one should be back here. This guy should be up front with him. All right, so that's a problem. Because this person's just standing there. Maybe they're like frozen, you know? I don't know. I don't know. The shield. I have to think about this. Maybe put this person on the end. No, I think it's okay. I think they're okay this way. I was thinking of putting somebody up on this rope or even up here, but no, it would be just too much. Okay, I'm going to let this render. I think, let's see what Dagon looks like. Look at this detail here. Dagon's claws. This looks pretty cool, and he's sticking out now. Fish face. He's got and a fin. His tail is whipped, or his two tentacles. He's got two tentacle tails, like they're whipped around. So this looks, his fingers look like he's actually gripping that. So yeah, this looks like it's seated in there nicely. And that looks like it's part of the mountain. So yes, this is all welded together nice now. And let's see what our lightning bolt. Yeah, see, that looks really nice. This is going to rectify nice in here. It's going to look like a little bit of a mist or kind of thing coming off the lightning. This is all working really well. The rain, look at the rain. The rain is really nice. See, all of these different things I had to add. The water was the first thing. And there was a patch in the water where you could see the ground, remember? I think Dagon is covering that up. So even if it's there, you can't see it. I just had to lower the ground a little bit. There's a sandy ground underneath all of this. You can kind of see through the water to see it a little bit. It's more like an unconscious thing, because if the water is clear in some places, it's got this foam in other places. Even in the foamy areas, there's some clear spots that you can see right through. And unconsciously, you have to have like a sandy bottom to the water. You don't want it to be, or else it's not going to look realistic. And so there's a sandy bottom here. And you see, maybe you can see it kind of through here a little bit. It does. The deeper waves, you're not going to see it as much, but the shallower waves, the lower parts, and I had to fashion all these waves and get them. They were hard to do, to get them to look right. And this part of the Kraken is actually his tail. It's his bottom end, his face and all is under the water. But I found his tail to be more interesting here than the his face. And his face has like, it's like kind of that thing in Star Wars where they were falling into the sand and it had like this round like circular thing with teeth, and then he's got like tentacles in the front. There was just no way I could break him apart and have both his face and his tail area in the scene, so I just buried his face under the and this is his bushy, like a kind of rooster tail sort of thing, kind of. And then the rest of him's kind of like a whale, but then he's got another, like a snout with all this, and then in the center of the snout is like this, all these teeth. So, this works. These guys work. He's gonna get him with, you can barely see that sword, but you can see a shield there. You can tell that something's up. It looks like his leg is barely on that, but I'm gonna leave it. It's all gonna rectify. It's got shadows and shades. It looks like this. It probably is there, so I don't think anybody's gonna say it's not. So this person is kind of in, this person is really angry, and you can see their sword is up in the air. So this is all I think the hardest part to rectify is going to be in here, and we're already up to 391 iterations, so this is starting to look almost done, except for maybe in here, and there's some sparkles like in there, and these are going to rectify. So he's got a bunch of stuff all these little spots and stuff need to become finer, okay, so that it looks more like kind of like a glass. It's I'm wondering if what I did for optimization. I'm going to just stop this for a minute because I'm going to leave it to render all night. But I want to look at I believe I have spectral rendering on, and I believe I also have, is it ocular? No, caustic. What happens when we do that? And spectral rendering on. These spectral rendering renders it. Okay, let's see what this looks like now with spectral rendering. It changed the color a little bit, but it makes it a little bit more natural, the colors, instead of and the other one, this one, the caustic sampler, is good for water scenes because then the water reflects off the boat reflects onto the water. You can see this like reflection there as the boat reflecting on the water. This thing creates reflections. They all reflect onto each other. This is going to bother me forever. This damn you can't see it, but it's going to bother me forever. So that makes it take a lot longer to render, but these little crystalline things, the opalescence in his skin just got like a better, I think. It looks now, before it looked kind of like jelly. Now it looks kind of like an opal. It's just much nicer. And so, and we're not seeing a full render. I mean, it's this, we're seeing Iray. This is like a, look at the opalescence in that too. So this, putting it, that's what this caustic render is, what causes that opal color. The spectral rendering just gives everything a more natural tone, at least from my experience. So it doesn't look kind of like blacklight, but it looks more like real things. So I think this works. Now now there's a vortex volume where, okay, that's the vortex. It was after the vortex I put another volume. Where is that volume? Pira base. I think I deleted my other. Okay, no, that's it right there. Cloud portal, air, doorway, cloud. What happens when I bring this up? See, that does, it brings like this cloud in here. I think that's a little too high. Now let's take this cloud and give it a little bit more oomph, which would be here, surfaces, volume. And then we go to density. Let's go up to 5 again and see what this looks like. Yeah, because I want it to be a little bit hazy in here because he's stirring up the water. And okay, I think that I'm happy with that. Save this. All right. Now, all of these lighting, this light, just everything looks a little bit. It's like the boat is reflecting off the sails, and the sails are reflecting onto the boat. That's what this caustic sampler does. It makes things interact with each other, where you in a very intense way, especially glassy things and all. So, all right, there it is. So, and probably like his these orange colors and all this stuff are now reflecting onto this, and this maybe this glossy kind of copper is actually causing a lot more. Maybe it's causing some, but that opalescent color wasn't there like that. This is going to render real. He's going to render beautifully. This Dagon figure is amazing. So you can get all these models in the Daz store. The lightning, the ocean, the boat, all of these billboard figures. We've got the mountains, the mountain range here. You can get them in the Daz store. And the Dagon figure, the ocean, and the Kraken. Yeah, all of these items. And, and I think I mentioned, and this background, this sky, you can also purchase that. So, yeah, all of these items, and these are they're called pyramid kind of figures. Oh, I'm getting tired. Okay, so now we're going to give it, now it's not going to render as quickly. It's going to take a lot longer to render, but all the rays are going to be, all the rays will be, you see, like, it looks like a kind of, like a record groove. It will take a long time for that record groove to go away, and that's part of this caustic sampler. That causes this record groove to kind of go in there, but the more it renders and the longer it renders and the longer that smoothens out. So, all right, and if it doesn't in your render, then you have to turn it off. You know, if it just looks like the gigantic record groove, then you have to turn it off. But okay, I will show you what it looks like a little bit. And now we were up to like 3. It took about maybe 5 or 10 minutes for it to go up to like 300. That's not going to happen this time. It's doing a couple at a time now, and it's going to take a while to render. So, but this is all very, very nice. I probably should have pulled him down a little closer so to the, look at this, even this, all these little sparkles, he's got that opalescent effect as well. And I'm not sure if that is being caused by the caustic render, you know, where everything's reflecting off each other, or that could also be the other spectral rendering, where it's rendering with a larger color palette. And like I said, the light, the colors look more natural. So this is really cool. This is it's done now. This scene I'm not going to do anything more to. It's what brought me back here was 2 things. There were no people in the scene, okay, except for Dagon. The ship was empty, okay? And putting the people in here gives it more kind of drama. And the other thing, I didn't like the trident. I didn't, just every time I looked at it and I saw the 3-pronged trident, it just didn't look right to me. And I also didn't like the lighting, but I didn't like that there wasn't people, and the rain. See how the rain is coming from an angle? The rain was coming just straight down, and it just didn't look stormy enough. It looked terrible. And now, not only is there rain, but there's wind, okay? Because the rain isn't coming straight down. And that's what makes a real storm. So now you can see here, this is those record grooves. But I have a feeling that we're only up to 77. But before, it was in this like 2-minute period, we were up to almost 300. We've got to go up to 1,000. I'm probably going to let this render to 2,000. So it's rendering real slow. I have a feeling by the time it gets to 2,000, these grooves will all be smoothed out. So it's definitely still rendering with my graphics card. So it's going to take at least, now look, you can see there's a little bit of mist in here too, like there's some it's smoke kind of in here, and so it's not just solid clear. There's actually a smoke all in around here, that like he's stirring up the water a little bit. and interacting with the water more, and adds to the realism. It just looked like, all these tentacles were just, without the smoke, it didn't look, it looked too clear. So there's a smoke. It's called a VDB particle field. I love working with particle fields. They are so fun. Mists and fog and smoke and sparks and all kinds of things. And this definitely is a particle field. You can see it here. The light's hitting it and making and showing. And it looks kind of grainy, but after this hits 2000, that's going to look just like smoke. So, yeah. It looks like he's leaving kind of like a shadow on it, which I don't really care for that much, but it's okay. This is all going to get really sharp. Oh, if it looks like it needs a couple hours worth of rendering. So, and that smoke kind of just makes him look like he's standing on there a little better. So I have this tendency of wanting to pose him a little better, pose him just to fit my scene better, but you can't. You can't pose them any better. I had to turn his back to us because he's going to plunge that sword into this, and if he's standing looking at us, it doesn't look like he's about ready to attack. Now we go here and we got, so this looks like it was, I had to get a kind of like a Greek looking ship. Yeah, you have to have the right kind of ship. The Viking ship didn't work because these are like Dagon, and these are Greek, and so I had to get a Greek-looking ship. And the pirates, some of them had muskets. They can't have muskets because they didn't have muskets back when the Greeks. I probably should have put something on this sail. Some kind of emblem on it. But it's cool the way it is. It's got a nice color gradient, how the light's hitting it. So, and I don't think torches, I could have put torches on the ship. And whenever I put like torches on a ship, I always think the sail's going to catch on fire and the ship's going to burn down and everybody's going to drown. So, yeah, the light's coming from the moon, or some there's a part in the clouds, and it's coming from the sky where the moon is a little brighter, and I'm sorry. Okay, so now you can see this record thing is still there. So I may, if it doesn't go away, I might still leave it there. But we're only at 217. It doesn't look like it's gonna go away, and I really, really like this caustic rendering. So, but there's a lot of graininess here, and that's got to go away. So, it might look okay, the caustic render. The thing is that I worry again because anybody with a really good eye is going to notice the caustic render. And I don't know how to fix that. But we got a little bit of record grooves here too. And but look at the little sparkles. I love that color. I love these little sparkles of green. It's like just like the most beautiful opal. It's beautiful. These little sparkles are gonna kind of go down a bit, but this is still gonna have this really kind of a Christmassy look. So, yeah, it's very, very nice. So, but you know, this may be okay. It's water, and water has ripples. So I'm going to leave the caustic render in this particular case and just say those are ripples. I don't see them anywhere else in here. I don't see them in the sky. I only see them in this spot. And it has to do with the lighting, that's particular lighting that's here. So it's going to stay. This kind of looks like it's not really coming out of the water. I probably, these little, I was just thinking of something here. That this should have some kind of disturbance around it. I'm going to cancel this for a minute. See, this right here should have ripples around it. Ripples, they're called ripples. Let's see, ripple. Let's see if we can find a ripple. All files, waves. Is it called waves? No. Oh, we're in the wrong place. We gotta go here, ripple. Let's see if we can find, oh, there, I think they're also called crests. Well, this looks like it might work, but no. Okay, shaders. Oh, here's a crest. These are crests. Swell. Wake. Gotta do something here, and this looks like a good, this is a prop. Swell. Where is it? Swell. 9. Where is the swell? See? There it is. Okay. Now let's get down and look at this closer. Swell. Where's the swell? Alright, I just screwed up here. Swell. Over. Here. Okay, how about when we go down? Over. Oop, edit undo. Swell. Okay, that's where it starts to go into the water. You have to do this or it's going to look like it just isn't reacting with the water. Okay. Now let's see what this looks like in Iray, if you can even see it. Okay, where's the Iray? Okay, I don't see an Iray material for the swell. This isn't showing up because it's not Iray. It only has prop materials Iray. All right, let's go back here. Let's go to the Explore product. Materials, Iray, here they are. Okay, I don't see an MDL. RSL. And when we go in the swell here. Okay, this is Iray, base color. How do I make it show up more though? All right, glossy color. Okay. What if we make it a little bigger, scale it? Okay. I can see it a tiny bit there. All right, let's go back to the surface. Base color, diffuse overlay weight. Glossy color. Oh, there we go. Let's move it a little closer. And let's take now the that's definitely showing up. Okay, let's go down to 01. Oh, 01. Okay, let's look at and see what this looks like from. Okay, I think it's too pronounced. Let's just scale it, make it a little smaller. Okay. All right, it's not, I'm not liking the way it's so strong now. Transmitted color, glossy color. Oh, the reflectivity. I brought the roughness. Okay. I like how that roughness worked. It's like on or off. Reflectivity. Let's try bringing that up. Okay, so this isn't working. Let's go back to our perspective view. So the roughness is like exactly that. It's like on or off. Let's just try an experiment and go 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Yeah, it's like on or off. We go 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. No, see, it's on or off. 0, and it's gone. So that sucks. Okay, glossy layered weight. Oh, I know what I can do. All right. Glossy roughness. We'll turn that on. And then we just take the layered weight down. Wow. Seems like the more I give it, the more better it looks. There's that. Okay. I liked it when it was a little more sparkly. Then I can take this layered weight, bring that down. Make it look more like a ripple. That works. And I can bring it down a little bit, submerge it a little more. Up a little more. Okay, there's only one. It's got to connect with that. let's rotate it. Okay. There's something down there that looks like it's gradually doing something with the water. And that's all that matters. It doesn't look like it's just, you know, like a flat plane with it coming out. Why rotate again? That looks good. There we go. So we go back to the camera. Now it doesn't bother me as much. Okay, it's not like just jumping, making my eye jump there. Now I could put a big swell around him too. Props. A ripple. Prop. Ripple 2. Let's see what this looks like. Scale it maybe a little more. Let's see what that looks like. It does look like I can see that ripple right there. It does look like a ripple. All right, I think I'm going to leave that like that. Okay, now let's give it a... See, that's just, that bothered me that there was no kind of ripple there. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. It's probably going to look like really fake. I hope not. Please don't. There's one ripple, and the other ripple's here. That looks pretty good right there. There's little ripples. That one worked out well. Wow. Okay, I've got a problem with this one. I think I know what's wrong with this one. It's got to be rotated a little bit. See, it's going under the water there, and it's got to... This has got to like come up like, okay, 9. It's Gotta rotate like this. And then come up. Alright, let's see if that works. Yeah, that's fixed that. Okay. Let's do this. It is 12:48, and yes, it has been 3.5 hours. There's our tower and the lightning. Let's see what this looks like now. I think that works. Yeah, that ripple looks good. That looks really good, actually. It looks like it's working. Just to have some kind of disturbance there, you know? And then again, you know, you just do this and it's like in the ripple this looks really good too. These little ripples. They look like they go over it, but they don't. That's the rain. It's kind of an illusion, but it's not. There's rain coming through here. That will become much more clear. But these ripples are really good here. That I'm really happy with that. Look, it looks like there's some ripples here too, but I don't know. But I like this a lot. So they're crest, wave crests, or I don't like that little piece there, but it's okay. I could come in with a little bit of just come in and with Photoshop and clone that out. So just little things like that to make it perfect. Okay, so we have rain here. Thunder looks good. This rain is really cool that it's like a little cube that's in front of the camera, kind of like. It's not, well, it starts where the camera and then goes in towards the scene and then stops before it. So all the rain is actually like something in front between the camera and the scene. And it's really cool how that works. Yeah, I love this rain. Just the minute I put it in the scene and it was like pointing this way and I knew it's like, okay, wow. Wow, and this it's not rendered yet, but this looks really nice, this rain. It was just I knew that it's like that is what we need. That's what it needs. It's really nice. So we've got these ripples here and they're going to go away. So I don't know if they'll go away completely, but I really like the way the spectral rendering. I wish I knew how to, maybe if there was a way to tweak the spectral rendering so it didn't do that, but after this gets to about 2000, and it's probably going to look more like these are ripples in the water. Water can get that way. So, all right. Well, that's it. That's it for this So I'm going to put this in the contest and see if I win. Probably not. You know, it's a lot of work and everything. These epic scenes, you know. They'll probably say, well, he didn't put any lights inside of those, so you lose. So I don't know what they're gonna say. So or they'll say it's too professional for an amateur contest. Yeah. So I don't know. No, there are some very, 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 very good artists that I'm up against, and so but you know, this scene took me 8 hours to make it. I worked all last night on it. Well, not actually. It was before I gamed last night. I did some gaming, and I worked about maybe 4 hours. Yeah, about 4 hours on it. It's been 3 hours and 26 minutes tonight. So it's that's when I did the water and put the mountains in, and I put the background and the lightning, the boat, and the Kraken. All of that was done, and I put the Dagon into the scene, and I did his tail, and I got and did the sand underneath of the ocean. So I did all of that before tonight. And tonight I just came in with what bothered me was the rain. Like I said, the rain was coming up and down like that, and it just looked terrible. And I just knew I had to get the rain coming at an angle. And that was like the first angle I tried. It was like, boom, there it is. I could not believe it. It was just, that's exactly the angle I want this rain coming in. So, all right. That's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Sigmund's going to say good night. Good night. Oh, Sigmund, your voice sounds tired. Oh, so, all right. Yeah, so have a good night. Sigmund should contribute a piece of his own work. Good night, Angus. Thank you for watching and staying through the whole video. How kind of you. So I hope people, the Daz people, come in here and you learn something a little bit about making a scene and doing some of the fine tweaking work. And we got these Billboard people. That's what enabled me so that I could render this through my graphics card, because if I'd put real figures in here, I would have had to render it on my computer. It would take, instead of a couple of hours, it would take 2 days to render. So yeah, my graphics card renders it much faster. So this will be done probably, maybe, I'm going to let it render until it stops, but it might take 3 or 4 hours. I might leave it rendering that long. I'm going to leave it until it stops. So I'm going to let it render all night. So I'm probably going to go and lay down and watch some Amazon Prime and fall asleep, because I'm not going to be able to watch more than 10-20 minutes, and I'm going to be asleep. So, all right. Look at this. This came out good. It looks like it's sitting right in there, nestled right into the mountains. This looks like it's nestled right on top of that mountain too. They look right now, and this is really my only flaw in this. And the rain makes it look like it's just a sheared off rock, but it's actually a cave. It's this weird looking cave. It goes deep in under the mountain, but you can't tell. Nobody would be able to tell that. And this looks like it could be a cave, but it's not. It's a mountain. So because of the way that looks, then this makes this look right. So I kind of wish the snow had gone all the way down to, and had made like a really beautiful cascade like this mountain had done. What I probably should have done was chopped another mountain out of here and just brought it in. I could have chopped it out, but it looks cool. It looks like a sharp rock, like a sheer face. So, and this lightning's going to look really cool too. All right, good night. I will see you again. Thanks to YouTube for letting me stream my videos here, and it looks like I've got a pretty good stream now, steady stream now. We didn't have any kind of hiccups tonight on my stream, so maybe maybe Spectrum has at least I don't have the bandwidth I'm supposed to have, but I don't believe now I have these big gigantic hiccups in my it was like these big sharp things that were just occurring out of nowhere. So those don't seem to be there anymore. So all right, very good. Take care. I will see you in the next video, and I just hope everything is good for everybody. And so take care. Big love and hugs, and thanks again for watching. Leave comments, and please leave likes. We got 1 like tonight. Thank you, Angus. And so, yeah, leave a like, and I will be back. I will be back with more. We had, like, people come in, so they come in and leave. Come in and leave. I don't know what it is. So, but they're just not into Daz Studio, into this kind of thing. So this is going to be got a very deep story that I'm going to write about it. And that part about Dagon being the center of the I don't know what it's called. I think it's the center of the zodiac. I think Dagon used to be in the center, and of the the circle. He's right in the center, and he's moved in the last couple thousand years. Dagon has moved from the center. So I don't know about that exactly, but I'm going to try to write it the best I can. And so so technically, if you think about it, Dagon, and this is in the sky. The Dagon is the sea monster. I don't know that he was actually the sea monster. It's a dragon. It's a serpent, and that's why that whole thing about the fiery serpent in Revelations, that's Dagon, and all of that, and so it used to be highly revered, and in the sky. So, all right, take care. Have a good night. I will see you again in the next Daz Studio, Daz TV video. All right, good night and take care. Bye-bye.